YouTube, what is up? We are back with another video. We're gonna do jumps, deadlifts today, hit a couple accessories. We hit some snatches yesterday, but missed our bench, so I gotta find a day to bench this week. We dropped the Building Better Movers Olympic lifting program. If you are interested in training the way I train, gotta put the shout out there for that program. It's a pride and joy of mine. We have had a good number of people sign up already through Instagram. I should have told YouTube first because it's where I'm spending all my effort anyways and trying to build a community here. So I apologize for you guys being secondary to know about the program, but it's my pride and joy program right now. It's something that I spent a lot of time on. And if you are interested in becoming a better mover while using the Olympic lifts, it's the #1 program that I can recommend. It's only got 2 days of Olympic lifting in there. It's not a fully centered Olympic lifting program, very similar to the YouTube videos that we're doing. We're using the Olympic lifts as a tool for athletic development in this program. So if it's something you're interested in, just put it in out there. Would love the support. Today we are gonna be talking about why biohacking is a Psyops, or is it? And a tweet that pissed me off. And let's get to some jumps, let's do it. We're gonna start off with these kneeling jumps here. Goal on these kneeling jumps is to get as vertical as possible. It's like kind of like a way to get into that deep tier vertical jump. With the athletes this morning, I had to scoot them a little bit closer to the hurdle because they were using that like forward momentum to get over the hurdle, which again, isn't the worst thing in the world. I just wanted to create this more as a deep tier, get into that deep tier, get over the hurdle, jump from there. So let's rip these, let's go. Ooh. Gotta grab the iPhone, we gotta record these. Ooh. Let's go. Ooh, a little too high. Ooh, let's go. One more. Ooh, let's go. All right, then we got these lateral hurdle hops into a broad jump. I really like the feel of these. These were ones that my athletes I like the momentum into a broad jump. I feel like it just makes it a little bit more of an athletic movement as you're going through. So goal is vertical, vertical into that horizontal. Ooh, let's go. I feel like this is gonna bring up the tweet that pissed me off. And these tweets have pissed me off for a long time. But saw another tweet where it's like, start training like you're 40 in your 20s, so when you're 40 you can enjoy life. And it's, dude, there's not a tweet, and it's just consistent. Like it's a consistent 40-year-old, 50-year-old Boyleism type tweet. I'm sure Boyle fucking retweeted it too, is probably how I saw it. But it's a consistent washed up athlete kind of thought process of I know better, and it's just wrong. You start training like you're 40 when you're 20. By the time you're 40, you're gonna be training like you're fucking 60. I know so many 20-year-olds that are already scared of movement, already scared of doing things, that they've stopped doing the things. They've stopped jumping, they've stopped sprinting, they've stopped lifting, because either one, they don't need to do it in quotations, or they're scared of spraining an ankle. Then they go play inevitably. They're playing these pickup sports and they inevitably sprain an ankle because they're sprinting, they're jumping, they're cutting, they're doing the things that they should be training to go do. And then when these things happen, they stop doing the pickup games because then they're scared of the pickup games because they're gonna get hurt there. And then they're not moving at all. We have an obesity pandemic in our nation. We don't need any more rules around movement. We don't need any more rules around training. We don't need any more rules around what we can or cannot do. And if you're 40 years old, you have much, much different goals than an 18 to 20-year-old athlete. And putting your 40-year-old, because you haven't trained, because you haven't taken care of your body, because you've fallen behind, putting those rules on these beautiful athletes that are able, they have the whole athletic world in front of them to be able to go do cool things, to do things nobody else has ever done. To put those constraints, to put those handcuffs on them is almost criminal. And it's a silly, silly thought process. When you're 40, if you are beat up, and I'm sure I'll get to that point, 100%. If I'm beat up when I'm 40 and I train a little bit more chill, fucking who cares? Go and do it. I'm not saying as a 40-year-old, you need to train like a 20-year-old. I'm not against a 40-year-old training like a 20-year-old. We have plenty of clients online that train like absolute savages. I would say our most savage clients are the 40 to 50-year-old trainees that just send stuff. They show me some of the stuff they're doing. I'm like, dude, you're 40 years old. That's unbelievable. But if you are 40, you're feeling beat up, or you just don't have that urge to go train super hard anymore, that's perfectly okay. You don't have the world in front of you athletically for the most part, right? But don't put those fucking rules on these 20-year-olds, right? The totally different stories, totally different humans, and it doesn't make any sense. You're not helping any athletes out by telling them that. You're putting your own constraints, your own issues, your own problems, and you're projecting them on these athletes. And a lot of these athletes will listen to you thinking they're training smarter, not harder. And most of them just end up not training at all. We are movement practitioners. We should make movement fun. We should make movement interesting. And we should make movement a lifelong task. ask for these athletes. So when they are 40, they are still training like they're 20, or they're still able to train in some sort of fashion like they are 20 if they want to, right? And it's a silly backwards thought process that a lot of strength coaches, especially older strength coaches, especially people like Boyle, who have that like beer belly, like just kind of gross look about them. They look like they haven't lifted a day in their life, putting those thought processes on these beautiful athletes. It's like Jordan Peterson's quote where it's like there's a conspiracy to make the students weaker and dumber so that they don't challenge you. It's the same in the strength conditioning world. It's like you see these beautiful athletes, you're probably a little threatened by them with your little pot belly, and you don't enjoy that thought process, so you project, oh, I'm out of shape because I'm this age. You need to listen to me because I'm smarter even though I don't look like I fit in the gym. I just heard Atlas talk about this, and I love this quote. He's like, a lot of people are really pushing to be the smartest in the gym rather than the biggest in the gym. And I was like, dude, that is such a good quote. If you're in the gym, if you're in the athletic world, your goal should be to be the most athletic, biggest, strongest, freakiest person you can be, that you can be, not in, you don't have to be in the world, but that you can be for as long as possible, for as long as you want to. And that should be your goal. It should not be to spout off and jizz on everybody with your knowledge that you have on this training world and trying to protect these athletes. It's a stupid thought process, and these tweets piss me off, and they continually come up by these coaches. And every time you go to that coach's page, you're like, dude, you haven't trained in 20 years. Training like you're 40 when you're 20. Like, you're gonna tell the 20-year-olds just to stop training because that's what you did? It's dumb. Let's get it. Here we go. Rant it up. Ooh. Ooh. Naffy. Ooh, let's go. Then we got these elevated deadlifts here. We got 2 rep max, building up to something heavy. Let's rip, let's go. Been doing a throwing program with Duncan and Dan in the BP videos. I haven't been recording a ton of throwing just because I trash at it. And I want it to be more of an enjoyable process right now because I really like, what am I gonna record? Me going from like 70 miles an hour to 80 miles an hour. But that's the goal, the eventual goal. But my elbows are on fire from there. We had like 3 hours of BP and about 45 minutes of throwing a day, and it is cooked. So hopefully it holds up here. Goal with the deadlifts, the pull day after the Olympic lifting day, is really just to make that bar feel super light when I'm doing Olympic lifts. I know it's super common sense, but if you front squat a lot and you deadlift a lot, you're gonna Olympic lift a lot if you have the technique. So that's kind of the goal, just become a freak deadlifter, go from shit to suck at deadlifting for me, and build up from there. So let's get it. So I got this question in the Q&As, and it's a good question, probably one that I relate to a little bit more, but something I'm trying to be a little bit more nuanced and balanced with my ideas and thought processes. But the question was, why is biohacking a Psyops? Because most elite level athletes are not into biohacking. Typically it's like the nerds that are into biohacking, right? And I kind of made a post on this today in the lifting world, where I showed a bunch of weird lifts, and I talked about how if there's no barbell on a field, why do you care about how you get strong in the weight room? And I was just showing the different variations that you can have in the weight room to get strong, right? Keeping the main goal the goal, right? If you want to get strong, you just have to lift over a long period of time and you're going to get really strong. It doesn't really matter how you do that. But my kind of main point and thought process there was, if you are an analytical athlete, if you are somebody that hyper analyzes everything, and you're an accountant type, you're a computer science type, and typically like the major of the athlete that you're working with tells you a lot about what that athlete's going to enjoy and what, like, not always, but a lot of times. And if you are an athlete that is driven by microloading and spreadsheets and numbers and very linear things, if that gets you lifting, if that gets you excited to work out, I am not going to fight that. I'm going to let you spreadsheet everything that you can. You're probably not going to naturally be attracted to somebody like me, but we've had accountants, we've had computer science people, and the way we work with them is completely different than somebody that has the ADHD type brain, the creative kind of artistic thought process in the weight room, and likes the exploration piece. Track things for them, we show them graphs, we show them Excel sheets, we show them numbers, we keep things a little bit more linear with that athlete, because again, the goal is to get them to show up, the goal is to get them excited to work out, the goal is to get them loving movement and loving lifting, and if that's how their brain works, that is amazing. As long as it's not holding them back, as long as the hyper-analyzation of things is not holding them back. And the same can be said for biohacking. If supplements get you super excited to be a healthy person, fucking go do supplements, man. If putting tape on your mouth, red lighting in the morning, and sunning your balls really gets you moving, gets you ripped, makes you a happier person, go and do it. I think we run into the issue of the Psyops when it's people doing the small things that are keeping them away from the big things, and they're not healthy, they're not happy, they are still miserable, but kind of lying to themselves about being happy and healthy because they're doing the 1% things. I've definitely seen that in the biohacking world where they feel like they're doing the big things because they're ice tubbing and biting and taping their mouth, but then they eat like shit and they don't train and they don't work out, right? So we definitely have an issue there. But I've also seen biohacking really get people excited to work out, really get people into moving. And man, if it makes you a happier, healthier person, looking at those things, looking at the small details, and it gets you to do the big stuff, I'm all game for that, and I don't believe that's a psyops there. So let's get after it. Throwing it so I don't drop it on my toes, because the amount of times on this elevated deadlift I've hit my toes, it makes me cry, so I'm not doing that today. Let's go. All right, let's start getting heavy. Here we go. Oh, that got way heavy, way quick. Holy shit. Probably one more set there. God dang, I got bodied. Let's go. All right, that last set got way heavier. That 365 felt amazing. 405 felt like it got absolutely dog watered on it. We're blaming on the fact that we didn't have our Olympic lifting shoes on and no music playing because we're recording on the iPhone. So we're gonna send this, get a singy, maybe a dubby. Let's go. Come on, bitch. Oof. Oh, that was better, but we're gonna keep it at a singy because I think I'm gonna blow up my back otherwise. Let's go. That felt so much cleaner. Then the same thing as last week, we got these David Gray hammy isos. If you want an explanation for why we do these, you should check out last week's deadlift video that we had posted. 3 minutes this week instead of 2 minutes, add in a little minute here. But somebody stole our foam roller from here. Cannot find it anywhere. So we're gonna hit these on the exercise ball. Felt a little bit easier on that last leg than it did on the foam roller. So that's a blessing. Let's hold. Oh, I spoke too soon. Maybe my left leg was just having a good day because this right leg's getting bodied. Ooh. Holy fuck. My core is on fire doing these. Oh. Halfway there. Oh my God. Oh, those got me everywhere I needed to be got. I'm gonna cry for a little bit and then I'll get to the accessories and finish up. Oh, holy shit. All right, then we're just gonna grab some kettlebells, rip these stealth lunges. Really like these stealth lunges. Kind of like a duck walk, get that little bit of mobility. But you're trying to lunge and not stand up. It could be a little wrestler walk too, if you wanna call it that. But you're staying here, stepping, staying low, coming through. Good little mobility challenge. Good little quad pump. Got down and back here. Oh yeah, those are nice. We got some high kicks, some barbell single leg stands, then we out ski. Let's go. All right, then we got these high kicks here. Absolute money for the hips. Get adductor on this side, abductor on that side. Gas, can't recommend it enough. We're gonna be here. We're gonna high kick up. We're gonna sit and hold this isometric position for 2 minutes. I like leaning back, feeling the stretch there. You can take a deep side bend here. You can lean into it there. But I really like these isometrics because you can kind of let your body feel the positions that you need to feel and lengthen a little bit here. So let's rip. Woo! Yeah, man, that gets the hips spicy. We'll hit the other side, then hit some single leg stands, then we out ski. All right, Isaac's jetting our ear off, but we got single leg stands to finish up here. 1 minute with this inversion, eversion. Hold here, absolute money for the foot. Let's rip. All right, what's up? Yeah, get you, show them who you are, bro.
You want them to see me?
Yeah, look at you.
Right there I am. That's me right there. finally found him. I know you, I don't. I think they can't hear me, but I finally found
Do you
him.
want the mic? Here.
I'll take it, the mic. I finally found him in his holy moment. This is Sanctuary Yokum right here. He's locked in, no clients in, meaning no me. I can't annoy him and ask him about every single workout on the board, even though I show up like.
Isaac showed up for the first time in a year today.
Say it again.
Isaac showed up for the first time in a year today.
That is actually not true. I showed up. I showed up last week, and then I showed up today, and I'm gonna show up tomorrow as well.
Allegedly.
So if this video goes out tonight, you better pull up. And that's me talking to you. You better pull up tomorrow because I'm gonna be here. Huh?
Isaac 10. Isaac 10 for discount.
Oh, I gotta sell you on Yokum Strength. Use code Isaac10 to get a discount. I think I didn't know I had a discount code, but that might also be the OnlyFans code. I think it could be the OnlyFans code. When are we gonna? That's what I'm saying. When are we gonna start our OnlyFans page?
Bro, if people don't start buying more programs, we're going to have to.
We're gonna have to, bro. Like these legs.
Showing up to the gym. I might have to do an OnlyFans. Oh, fix me up. That'd be kind of sucky. Fix me up.
Yeah, for the
Oh!
OnlyFans.
We're going to save 10 more seconds.
There you go.
I was supposed to hold for a minute, but I don't have my timer, so.
Yeah.
My phone died. Isaac can be proof.
Yeah, his phone did die. He
Shoot a thirst trap.
Whoa, I don't know. That might be true or might not be true. It might be explicit contents. I'm thinking like rated MA, mature audience.
I thought that was PG-13.
Peachy, whoa, you thought it was?
High kick, you thought that was...
The content, the whole,
We're done.
the
Sign
whole
off for
air.
us.
Well,
Sign off.
this was it. Y'all got a special spotlight by the one and only original JST founder. There's talk about it out there somewhere in Reddit. He might not agree with it, but I agree with it. It was a great workout. I'm glad I caught him in his moment of peaceful time, alone time, to get his workout done. But I like to know him and prove and show to him that he can never run away from me, no matter how far he goes. I'll be able to track him down. This is Isaac Ali, and this is. Oh, what do I have to say? MVP out. Well, this is my takeover, so I don't know if we can keep chopping wood. MVP out or ice out. Ooh, ice out is good. Ice out. But keep chopping wood, people. Love y'all. Stay up, stay connected. And buy this man freaking program. Like, I've been training with this guy for 4 years. Overall, I might talk a lot of shit, but he's a good trainer and a good human being. And his program is pretty good. He can get you pretty ripped, lean, moving well. And you can join his cult. But, yeah, we don't talk about that. More to come. Bye-bye. There you go.